Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to ask the questions listed on my name under Schedule 1, number 9. Can the Minister for Defence confirm to the House whether military officers were involved in the Josefa Bilitaki bidding? And if so, who gave the orders? And whether they will be charged and disciplined? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. The Honourable Minister for Defence.
Madam Speaker, Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Leader of the Opposition, Honourable Leader of the National Federation Party. I rise to answer the question posed by the Honourable Semesa Karavaki. I thank the Honourable Member for the question, as there had been misinformation about the incident, especially in the blogs, and I wish to correct that today. On September 26, 2014, Josefa Bilitaki was arrested by police for allegedly sending indecent and annoying text messages through his telephone to the Honourable Prime Minister. The police sent the file to the Director of Public Prosecution to review the evidence and make a decision on whether any charges should be laid. The DPP has concluded that there is insufficient evidence of any criminal wrongdoing by Mr. Bilitaki, and therefore there will be no further action. On 7 October 2014, the police received a formal complaint by Mr. Bilitaki that he had been assaulted by some men he took to the military officers to be military officers or police, and that he had been unlawfully detained by police on 26 September 2014. The police again sent a file to DPP to review the evidence and make a decision on whether any charges should be laid. Madam Speaker, the DPP has reviewed all evidence, including that from the medical doctor who examined Mr. Bilitaki when he was first admitted to hospital, complaining he felt unwell. Also note that there was no beating conducted. The DPP has concluded that there is insufficient evidence to proceed to court on a charge of assault, and therefore there will be no further action. I thank you, Madam.
Thank you. Supplementary question.
This point to say that we don't believe you, Honourable Minister. There's a quotation here from the daughter who says, Mr. Bilitaki's daughter said 4 army officers appeared at the father's house on Friday. But you deny that. You're entitled to protect your own. You're entitled to protect the military and the... I can give you the names, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But the point is, this has arisen out of the concern by the public of unlawful beatings. So my question is, what measures will you put in place to ensure that none of these happens, even by police or by the military or by the correctional officers?
Thank you, Honourable Minister of Defence.
I thank you for the question. For the
Order.
Can you wait? I thank the Honourable Member for the question. And the fault that the team made was there was no warrant, and then an investigation is now being conducted by the police in regards to there was no warrant given to them for the arrest.
Thank you. Supplementary question.
Madam Speaker, this is a case, or rather a situation that needs to be corrected on a national level. There is fear amongst our people that they can be beaten up. Whether it's true or not, we don't know. But there is fear. You cannot ignore that. It's there. what can the minister do to conduct a PR exercise across the country and tell people, we are the military, we are nice people, we won't beat you up? Right now, there's fear of the Madam Speaker. Thank you. I think there's got to be a PR. We live in the community. This is what we're getting. There is fear amongst the people about our military officers. There should be some PR exercise to assure them this is not happening. Are you going to conduct? Can you conduct a PR exercise to take away the fear of our people, the fear of our men in uniform?
Honourable Minister for Defence.
At the moment, in my inaugural speech, I mentioned that there is a reform within the military and also a reform in the police. And we are, at the moment, there's a demarcation of responsibility and make sure that the police do whatever they're supposed to do and the military what they are supposed to be for the country. So until and unless we have that reform, should be completed in the middle of this year, then we can present it to the Parliament.
Thank you.
Question. Whether the Minister for Defence knows, or probably I'll refrain and ask why was no police complaint lodged with the police department at the time that Bilitaki was apprehended and taken by force from his house in the night on the 26th of September 2014. Why was there no police complaint filed? Because, Honourable Speaker, the police would not act on anything except they have received a complaint. But this is a case that there was no complaint filed. And that is why Mr. Bilitaki was released. May I ask the Minister to explain why was there no police complaint and why were the police or military officers involved to take Mr. Bilitaki from his home when there was no police complaint filed? Thank you.
Honourable Minister for Defence.
I thank the Honourable Member for the question. I think this case is going into deeper, and I think I have to refer back to the police and come back to you.
Thank you. The answer to the question will be tabled again from the Minister for Defence once he has looked at the report. Is that another supplementary question?
Madam Speaker, may I ask the Minister to ensure that his phone is released to him because it has not been returned to him up to now.
Thank you. That was a statement, and I'm
Madam
sure
Speaker, can I ask
supplementary question.
Supplementary question. Can I ask the Minister, he's responsible for the daily operations of the police and the military.
Sorry, point of order. We cannot have a member from the same party asking the Minister a supplementary question. The question should be asked by the opposition. I have made my ruling. Okay, ruling is made, but clarification.
Madam Speaker, for those of us who are not just familiar with this ruling, yesterday there was a question allowed by the Minister for Lands of the Minister for Social Welfare, and from what we understood that ministers weren't allowed to ask questions, but backbenchers can ask questions from either sides, but not ministers. So maybe if we so Madam Speaker, maybe we can, I mean not now Madam Speaker, but perhaps we can get some clarification for the future for that. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay, I know there was a mistake made by me by allowing a minister to ask a supplementary question to another minister, but thank you for the clarification. So it's only ministers. In that case, I will allow the member to ask his supplementary question. The floor is with you.
Supplementary questions to the Minister. Minister, are you responsible for the daily operations of the police and the military?
Honourable Minister for Defence.
Can you please listen? I have to answer this question. The daily operations of the police or the military are conducted by the head of department. Like the police, the operation is conducted by them. And I have nothing to do with it. Even the recruiting of personnel into the police or the military have nothing to do with me. They have a policy to follow, and I only act on the policies.
Thank you.